What is going on, guys? Thank you for tuning into another episode of Delver, where we talk about the week's worth of Magic news, week-ish. Sometimes we don't get them out every week, but we're trying. We're focusing on mainly competitive here, but also any breaking news that might be of interest to you or to anyone that plays this awesome game. As always, there's a ton of people that are watching these, and I thank you so much. But most of you are not subscribed yet, so if you could take a second, pause the video, go subscribe to the channel. Getting those numbers up really helps us out, and we're trying to reach some new levels to unlock some new tools. So without further ado, let's get into it. Our first news story of the week is that there's a record sale on the 17th, the 16th, where a PSA 10, rare as it is, PSA 10 Alpha Black Lotus, signed by Christopher Rush, sold at auction for $540,000. This is just above the previous record, which was, I believe, Post Malone's Alpha Black Lotus, signed by Chris Rush. So everything that's breaking the record is the same card, but this is a big deal. Very beautiful card, sold for $540,000 on auction. Our next little news story is that Magic Arena announcements for the week came out, and Innistrad, Shadows over Innistrad is out. They included all of the cards from the set, and it took a little bit of time to develop some of the tools and visual information that needs to be conveyed through the cards in this set. But they also included a small number of older Innistrad cards, kind of like the Brothers War artifact cards. And that includes stuff like Snapcaster Mage and the like, really popular cards from Innistrad's past that aren't necessarily part of Shadows over Innistrad. So there's some new tools in Pioneer, there's some new tools in Historic. Definitely give it a look if you're interested. And that will send us right into the competitive corner. The final qualifier for this cycle happened in Mexico, and Jesus Adan Calzada won Mexico's Gathering Showdown series. Here is Jesus there after winning, and they piloted a Rakdos Reanimator deck, which isn't part of the top metagame breakdown. It's really interesting because, obviously Atraxa has come into play now and is very busted and very difficult to play against. I recently faced off against two different Atraxa decks at my recent PTQ, and it is very, very hard to play against. So there's going to be a lot of metagame shifting in order to combat this Atraxa abomination, but hopefully that leads to a little bit more of a mix-up in the metagame breakdown. So congrats to Jesus for winning the Gathering Series Mexico. And then we've got Arena Championships happened last weekend. This is the Arena Championship 2, so you earn invites to this through playing on Arena, playing in the Arena Opens. There's qualifier play-ins, then qualifier weekends, then Arena Championships. So 32 players were invited to last weekend's festivities, and they crowned one winner. The quick meta breakdown, so they played Historic as a format. The meta breakdown was pretty interesting. Lots of Jund midrange, some Kethis, Reanimator, obviously, with Atraxa, Rakdos midrange, Azorius artifacts, and more. There was a few, there's like one Hammer Time, one Is It Phoenix, one Is It Wizard, and that's the interesting thing, is that out of all these interesting new brews, it was indeed the Is It Wizards deck that took the title. So we jump over here, and Hiroshi Onizuka won the Arena Championship 2, piloting his Is It Wizards deck, and got him an invite to further tournaments and $30,000 in cash. So congratulations to all those that participated. There is also another Arena Open coming April 1st to 2nd, so that's not this weekend but the weekend after, where you can earn some play-in points, earn this cool new Emrakul card sleeve, and then, earn some cash, get some play-in points, and get a qualifier weekend invitation as well. So that's really awesome. And then the next thing we want to talk about is that we started recording and publishing some narrated Magic story. I was thinking about doing this for a really long time and didn't know whether or not I was going to. Then Wizards themselves teased that they were putting out more Magic story content, and what they actually put out was just like a little snippet teaser that then sent you to the article in order to get more traffic to the website. I was a little bit let down by the fact that they didn't do a full narrated audio version of the stories, so I decided to say F it and do it myself. So if you head on over to our YouTube channel, the March of the Machine episode 1 Triumph of the Fleshless is live right now, narrated by me. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Give it a like, post in the comments what you think that I can work on. If the visuals are okay, I would also be curious to know if anyone would be interested in downloading these as MP3s or audio file format, or I can host them on like a podcast channel or something like that. So that's what we're working with there. And then, as always, we'll wrap up the show with a look at the Dragon Shield market charts. Whoa, there's some big winners today. So Boros Elite is up 12,000% and has gone up to $19.39. So it jumped from $19, or it jumped from what is the math on that? 10.50. It was 15 cents, 16 cents, and it jumped all the way up to 19.39 in short order. It is a soldier card with a pretty good battalion ability, so I think that Azorius Soldiers deck is being played a lot right now and is very popular. People are trying to brew different things, so Boros Elite becoming all of a sudden overnight a $20 card makes a little bit of sense. Next up, we've got the Darksteel Citadel, which is up 240%. Cultivate has gone up 240. Earth Elemental has gone up 224. And then Drana, Liberator of Malakir, has gone up 200%. Our biggest losers for the week are Counterspell at -85, Mirari at -74, Birds of Paradise at -66, and Aladdin's Ring at -56, and then finally Gruul Signet. The I don't even know what that set symbol is. This version of Gruul Signet has dropped 54%. I wanted to do something a little bit different at the end of the show, and just let's hit the random card button. Let's do it. We've got Tenuous Truce. Okay, from the new Capenna Commander set, 1 and a white for an enchantment aura. At the beginning of enchanted opponent's end step, you and that player each draw a card. When you attack enchanted opponent or a planeswalker they control, or when they attack you or a planeswalker you control, sacrifice the truce. So this is a hearty handshake of a card. Pretty fun. Thank you again so much for watching these videos, for subscribing to the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch. Definitely say hello if you haven't already. I love talking to you guys. I love talking about Magic, and thank you so much for being here. I hope all of your opening hands are keeps, and I hope all of your opponents mulligan. Thank you, and we'll talk to you next time. Peace out.